Hi, Tracy here with BibleJournalingMinistries.com, and today I am here to review the 2019 Dream Planner, The Best Is Yet to Come by Horacio Printing. I love this planner and I love the company. Polly is just amazing, and it was so nice of her to send me a copy of their newest planner. And so today I just want to show you some things about it that are really cool, and I have already tested it with different mediums, so I'll share with you, if it bled through or not, because these pages are uber thick. And we're just gonna kind of take a peek at it. I love what they're doing at Horacio Printing. I think I think it's like, what is it, like 10% of all profits or something like that goes to a21.org, which is to help fight human trafficking. So it looks like 10%, as I'm just double checking on the site, 10% of the purchase goes to fight human trafficking, which is amazing. So I love companies that do also, give above and beyond. And it's just really fun to see. So let's go ahead and dive deep into this planner. It's really cool. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have a goal that you want to achieve this year, in 2019, or this upcoming year, 2019, this is your planner. This planner is gonna help you get through and achieve that goal throughout the year, and here's why. Okay, so the first thing you have is a beautiful cover. There are 3 different covers that you can get. You can get the white marble or you can get the black marble. I think she said she sold out of the black marble last year. I like the white marble, so that's the one that I chose. It comes with these, what are they called? Protectors? I cannot for the life of me remember what the name of these are. They're basically corner protectors, and they're gold and really cool. And then you get the elastic strap, and that's also included, and you can close it. It makes it really nice. You've got the coil binding if you like it. There is an option for having one that isn't coil bound if you are interested in that. I like the coil bound because I feel like it gives me more space to move around. It gives me extra space to add things into it, and so I just prefer the coil. Plus I like the idea of being able to just kind of do that to it and just put it on my desk when I want. So it's entirely up to you what you want, but there are 3 different options. They range from, I think, $40 I think is the lowest price on it, and then if you want the coil bound, then I think you go to the $45, and then they also have other things that you can purchase. Now what's awesome and what I love is that they actually will have tutorials on their site to help you go through this planner. This is not your normal planner. This is not a planner that you just pick up and start using, although you can. It's best if you actually go through the tutorials and know what each of the sections is about. And I'm not here to give you that tutorial. I want you to go to their site and check it out. So the first thing you have are these pockets. This one says live your dreams. It says this year belongs to, and then you're going to put your name here. And then you're going to have the welcome page in the section that's called Canvas. I'm going to skip through that section, I'm going to skip past it for now, and then I'll come back and do more detail about that. But for those of you who are used to planners, you're going to know, you get your monthly spread layout here. With your monthly spread layout, you're getting a verse for every month. So you have January, and then it's Matthew 25:21. As you go into February, then you get 1 Corinthians 2:9, and then we go into March, you get Revelations 21:4, and so each of these monthly layout spreads does help you to just like encourage you along the way. And you also get a lot of space in the margins if you want to make this planner your own, so you can add washi tape, you can add stickers to it, you could do whatever you want with it. So that's your monthly layout. Now your weekly layout, has like a section here for a list, maybe something that's important that you want to have done, that you're going to make a list here and then check it off as you're done. It's going to have a dot grid at the bottom for you to do some extra notes, and then you're going to have your layout here. The layout that I have is the horizontal layout, so everything is going this way. They do have a vertical layout if you prefer that. You just have to select that one. I selected horizontal. And then you have your Saturday and Sunday. So you have Monday through Friday and then Saturday and Sunday. And then for the next week, it's the same thing. So you get, you know, your layout here, lots of space to write things in. You get your list making here, and then your verses. So you're getting verses every week. And it looks like there's a new verse each time. But I will double check that for you because I know that this eventually repeats, but I don't think the verse repeats. I know the art repeats. So where it says he got this, and it is a little bit before it repeats, but I just want to show you real quickly. He got this. So you can see that this art repeats here, this word art, but you can also see that the verse is different. This is Ephesians 3:20, where this one is Isaiah 6:60. Verse 2. So you are getting different verses every week, and that's great because that allows you to focus on a specific verse for the week, and they actually already have it for you. Definitely there's some space here if you want to write it. For those of you who like scripture writing, you can write it down here. You can write it across your layout, your weekly layout, whatever you desire to do. So that is your monthly layout and your weekly layout, which is pretty standard. In terms of the bleed through, this paper is super thick, and I tried my best to get it to bleed through, so much so that I was crazy. I went a little crazy, and I started off with Dilutions ink sprays, because I know my sprays like to bleed through everything, pretty much. Even some of my art journals, they like to bleed through. So I thought, well, if I'm really going to test this, because it says it's a no bleed through planner, I'm going to test it with my best material that I know will absolutely bleed through. And well, wouldn't you know, it did not bleed through. I had a little bit of edging on the side because I'm sloppy when I work. But it didn't bleed through, and so I was completely amazed when I did that test. And this is just distressed ink. So here you'll see, you know, I sprayed distress ink, I added water, I swished it around. I got a really beautiful look to my January start. And I love how the splatter kind of comes out this way too. I thought that was really cool. But no bleed through, which is great. So then I decided that's not good enough. I gotta find the one that like really would bleed through all the time, right? And so I went and I grabbed my Dilutions inks, because those, like, they stain my hand for weeks. So I figured they would bleed through. I would give it, and so I sprayed it. You can see I had some sprays here, and then I added water to try to get it to soak through the page. And then I added some gold. This was gold distress, but I was adding just layers, and then I would dry, and then I would add another layer to see if eventually I could get it to go through. And wouldn't you know, it didn't go through. So truly, when they say it's a no bleed planner, I believe them. I even came in with some Tombow pens to see if they would bleed through, and they didn't bleed through either. So I can feel confident knowing that when they say it doesn't bleed through, it actually doesn't bleed through, which is great. Okay, so now I wanted to show you a couple more features about it before we go deep into the canvas, which I think is what makes this planner unique and most valuable. You also get the gold tabs that are already put in for you, which is so nice. I love it when my tabs are already done for me and I don't have to spend time doing that. And then you get some pages in the back of it for notes. This is a dot grid. So you just, you know, will have, you do art journaling back here, note journaling, whatever. It's just extra pages for you to journal away. And then in the back, there's no pocket in the back. So if you want to add a pocket, feel free to do that. I can see why they didn't put a pocket here, because if they were to put a pocket here and you were to do some work here, that pocket would maybe come through on the pages. So I just think it's really great. You also have at the end of every page here, you have your where you are in the week. of the month, which is nice. It's highlighted with a box. I thought that was really special too. I haven't seen that before, so I just thought it was great. You also get a bookmark that you can just place in wherever you want. I would just place it right here, just push it in there, and that will help you to know where your week is. And it also comes in this canvas bag that says this, the best is yet to come. So you could carry it around in a canvas bag if you want to. I wouldn't. I would just throw it in my bag because I like to use my planners and they get all ratty probably by the end of the year. So let's talk about what makes this planner more special. Besides the fact that it's a Christian-based company, she's got a good cause, she's a great person, it sounds like, from what I can tell. What else makes this thing special? What makes this different than any planner on the market is this section here that's called the canvas. And in the canvas is where you'll be doing all of your dream planning. So if you have a goal for 2019 and you want to actually do it, this is the section for you to work it out in. So you have like a section here where it's your bucket list. So bucket lists are the things that you want to do or things that are important to you in 2019. And so you'll just be writing them down. And the idea is to write down your dreams and then really start to articulate, you know, with a bucket list, which are the things that God is calling you to focus on. Okay, so this next section here is called personal growth, and it says, who do I want to become? You basically start this section out with shading kind of where you are, how you feel you're doing in each of these categories. And the categories are spiritually, physically, relationally, professionally, financially, and personally. So if you think that you're doing great spiritually, you'll mark it all dark. And if you need some help with physical stuff, maybe you do maybe halfway. So you'll end up with a little pie chart that shows you at a glance where you are. And then what you can do is work on each of these sections. So who do I want to become? What am I going to work on in each of these sections? And so it's telling you to dream in all these directions. And it says, what is one thing I can do / make time for in each of these categories? So you're really having a planner that's working on the holistic part, the whole. It's not just, I'm just going to focus on my finances. It's the whole. So that's nice. You can write down everything that you want to, you know, what you want to become in each of these areas. And then one thing you're going to do to start making time for it, because we know that if you don't actually do anything, you don't take action on what it is that is your goal, then it doesn't get accomplished, right? And so this just helps you kind of get ready for it. And then you have the section here are your action steps to complete these things, and then your top 3 bold dreams for this year. So you're going to finalize them. You're going to take your bucket list. You're going to say, these are the ones that God's calling me to really focus on, and that's what you're going to be focusing on. Then you have a section here that's called the refocus cloud. This helps you to really kind of get back to what really matters. So your refocus cloud is going to just help keep your focus. And so there are tutorials on our site that you will be using as you go through this. I'm not going to go through all of this with you. This section here is for generosity planning and your heart check. As Christians, we know we are to be generous. And so here is a place for praying and encouragement, making more time for in the season, and budgeting for the season. It's always important to budget for not just your personal and the things that you're going to be using or the things that you want, but for your giving as well. And then you have a heart check. And so here is really just about, you know, letting things go and forgiving and fears that you want to make sure that you're articulating here, and just start to let things go and give those to God so that you can focus on the things that are most important to you. In this section here, this is where you start writing out some fears, like you're going to have, you just kind of think about some of the fears that you might have, and then you're going to write some Bible verses that will help you conquer that fear. So you're going to, and again, on their site, they have a bunch of different Bible verses based on certain things you need to work on. So again, you'll go to their site and you'll have that to work through. And then you have your year at a glance, which is awesome. Then what's also awesome is in each of the seasons, you get a new kind of section. So in January, we start a new season, and you talk about what you're believing for. Okay, so that's going to be January. And then in April, you'll have a new season as well, okay? What is also really cool is that when you get into the next season, so obviously you will have just done all the work before you go to winter, so they're not going to repeat these here because you just did them, all of these worksheets. But every quarter, as the new season comes, you are going to get into kind of like a refocus, or almost like a check, or I kind of feel like it's more of a refocus. So you'll go into, you know, what you're believing for, your generosity planning, and your heart check. Your check-in on your personal growth. Where are you? What is one thing you're going to do to make time for that? And then your next steps. And that's what you have every quarter. I think also at the beginning of this one, I might have missed it, is I believe this is your refocus cloud. And then, so that is so you get that in the spring, and then you're going to get that in the summer, which is July. So you'll see it right in the back of June. So here is summer. And then you have the fall, which would be then October. There you go. So that's the planner. And I don't think you get it in December too. No, because then you'll have to buy a new planner, which is awesome. Okay. All right. Also, what's important, I believe this occurs at the end of every quarter as well. Or it might be at the end of every month. Let me just double check. Okay, let me just double check. So there's just so much with this planner that it's just like, there's like so much when it comes to your goals. But it looks like it's at the end of every month, you have a note section, and then you have a praise report. So this is like, you know, great for your gratitude documentation, like, you know, things you're grateful for, things that worked out well for you, and this is just really that place. And that happens at the end of every month. So that's it for this planner. I mean, really, key differences are going to be this canvas section here. Again, that's where we're going to do all your planning. You're going to have your standard planner with the monthly layout as you normally do. You're going to have your weekly layouts and your lists, which are cool. Very nice pages that are not bleed through. At the end of every month, you're going to have a praise report where you can check in. And then at the start of every season, you're going to have kind of refocus and planning, which I will show you real quickly again. Focus and planning. That's this every new season, refocusing and planning. And then again, at the end of every month, you're going to have your praise report. So it's just, the planner is really designed to help you move and make progress to your goal. So if your goal that you have this month, this year for 2019, is worth more than $45 to you, then I would suggest that you consider getting a planner like this. Because to have something that just always keeps focusing you back on your goal seems to me like, you know, if you would achieve your goal, it would be worth, I mean, money can't really even say. Like, I can't even say, like, how much is your dream worth? So, all in all, I think this planner is great. I love, love, love this planner. My dilemma is I have to buy one because my niece wanted this one. So, so my niece is getting this one, and I am going to consider buying my planner as well. So anyways, it's just really great, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. I will link up for you so that you have the affiliate links to purchase that. Again, this was provided to me without compensation. It was provided to me without even asking for this review. I'm doing this review on my own. However, if you do purchase a planner, I will receive a small commission in the affiliate links below. So I hope that you enjoyed this walkthrough. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'm happy to answer them for you. And you have a lovely day and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.